Hi everyone, welcome to Find Motor Activities with Kim. I'm Kim from GriffinOT. Today we're going to be casting off our French knitting. So at the beginning of week 10 we started doing some French knitting and you've had it to keep going with all week, and today we're going to be casting off. So if you've just joined, please go back to the beginning of week 10 and do the casting on and then the French knitting, and then you'll learn how to cast off today. And as always, we'll stand up and do our warm-up, but hopefully you've all done some super French knitting over the week and you've got quite a long piece ready to cast off. Okay everyone, so our job today, we've been practicing our hand onto our foot. So what we're going to try and do today is to go behind. So we'll do 10 at the front and then we're going to try and do 10 behind. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, I still want you to be crossing. So when you go behind, your hand is still going to cross and touch. Okay, it's still going to cross and touch. It's still going to cross and touch. It's still going to cross and touch. So it's not the same side at the back. It's the opposite hand and opposite foot. Opposite hand and opposite foot, like what we've already been doing at the front. This is really tricky. If you can't do it or you need lots of practice, that's okay. But if you can do it, let's do 10 together, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well done. So what we're going to do today is we're going to finish off our French knitting. So let's just do a couple more rounds just to make it a tiny bit longer. I'm hoping you've all ended up with quite a long piece of French knitting. Okay. So I've done another couple of rounds and do one more around all of my sticks just to make it a tiny bit longer. Okay, so what we want to do to cast off is we want to take a reasonably long piece of string just so that we've got some to work with, and then you want to cut it off. Okay. Now what we need to do is put that piece of string. Now if you've got a needle, you can just thread the needle and send this through with the needle. I'm going to assume not everybody's got a needle, so I've just got a toothpick and I'm going to sneak. So I'm currently on this post, that's the last one I've done. So the next one I've got to do is this one here. So I'm going to send the wool in and underneath, so I'm catching that. So when it comes off the peg, it's actually going to have the wool in it. So I'm not going to take it off yet. I'm just going to send it in so that I know. And this is why it's easier if you've got a needle, but if you don't have a needle, it's okay. You can just send it in, and then I've got the wool in that stitch. And then I want to send it in the next one. You could also do it with your fingers, really. You could sneak it in and under and pull it up. It's a lot easier with a needle, but a needle is not essential. And then I'm going to send it in So essentially the piece of wool is acting like the stick did, and then that can come off. I'm going to send that one in and pull that out. Now it'll come off the loom. So what you will have is all of your bits connected on there. What I would suggest you do is then find like the next loop. If you pull it tight, it sort of bunches everything together, but what I want you to do is send this tail in the next loop, and I want you essentially to pull it out so it's quite small, but then before you pull it really tight, I want you to tie a knot so that you've pulled it and tied a knot, and then do the same again. So you just send it through that little one that you've just sent it through, and make sure you just tie it off using a knot. You could, I prefer to send it in the next loop because it just makes it a little bit more secure. But essentially you should then have, so I only did the 2 colours, so I've got 2 colours there, but essentially you could turn this into a bracelet if you tied it together, or you could turn it into a necklace. I've got a bit of extra wool on it, so it could be sort of a necklace down the bottom, which is quite a nice way to do it. Or if you've made a really, really, really long one and your mum or dad or other adult knows how to sew, you can actually get a bit of cotton or a bit of the wool and sew it together. And if you sew it around in a circle, mine's quite short so it doesn't really show you what it will be, but it will make like a little doily or something like that. So there's lots of different things you can do with it. But I hope you've got quite a nice long one, and I'd love to see what you got up to. So thanks for joining today. I hope you've enjoyed all the activities. I can't believe we've reached 10 weeks of fine motor activities with Kim. This is definitely much longer than I thought it would be at the start, but I have been enjoying sort of doing the videos for you. I am going to be taking a break next week, but I will have a look at sort of what's going to be the best way to sort of go forward with keeping some sort of extra activities coming up, but also letting you catch up if you haven't been sort of joining in from the beginning as well. So thanks for joining in so far, and I look forward to seeing you next time.